Hello and welcome to the Online Football Academy and episode 2 of Coaching Weekly. Today's video will probably be one of the shorter episodes in the series as there was only one session that took place this week. Due to Storm Brendan hitting the UK this week, our first session of the week was cancelled due to the weather, but let's get straight into the session that actually took place. Again, we will start with the arrival activity, but this week's arrival activity was different to last week's. This week, the players got themselves into rondos. The first player started with a 3v1 rondo, and as more players arrived, they created 7v3 rondos. Again, these arrival activities are really helpful as it gives coaches time to set up the exercises for the sessions and allows the players to get touches of the ball as soon as they arrive to training. Like last week, we split the squad into two groups. Just to note that both groups work on each of the drills. After about 15 or 20 minutes, the groups swap so they get a good chance to work on different exercises. Drill 1 was a 2v1 with a recovering defender inside the 18-yard box. As you can see, the two attackers start at the edge of the box, the pressing defender starts at the byline with the ball, and the recovering defender starts at the side of the 18-yard box. The pressing defender starts the exercise by passing the ball to one of the attackers. The attackers attack the goal while the pressing defender presses the ball, and the recovering defender quickly gets into a defending position by running to the cone in front of them and then into the play zone. If the defenders win the ball, they try to pass to the coach, who should be positioned at the edge of the box. As you can see, the coaching points were attack quickly, so for the attackers, do not allow the recovering defender to get into a good defensive position and use the overload to their advantage while the pressing defender is outnumbered. Movement and attack, again for the attackers, they have the whole 18-yard box to keep possession and move the ball to create a goal scoring opportunity. What we want to see is the attackers making positive runs in between and behind the defenders. The player making the run may not get the ball but can create space for the attacker in possession to get a shot off and score. Another attacking coaching point was about creativity. In 1v1s, 2v1s or 2v2s, players should be encouraged to get creative in attack. If the attacker without the ball is being tightly marked by the covering defender, this can allow the attacker with the ball to be creative in a 1v1 situation against the pressing defender. Being creative can also be trying something new, like a creative pass, a creative cross, or a different type of shot that may work, but will also be great for players to try new things and be creative and learn from their experiences. For the pressing defender, the coaching point was to delay the attack so the recovering defender can get into a good defensive position. Delaying the attack does not mean running out to the ball and trying to win it immediately. This can result in the attackers just passing the ball around the pressing defender and end up scoring. Delaying the attack means getting out quickly, getting a good body shape to dictate where the attacker with the ball goes. Also try to cut the passing lane to the second attacker out and forcing the attack back, which will slow the attack and allow your recovering defender to get into a defensive position. When both defenders are in defensive positions and have created a 2v2, the coaching point was to focus on pressure and cover. So the closest defender pressurizes the ball while the second defender covers in behind the pressing defender in case the ball is played in behind or to the other attacker. If the ball is played to the other attacker, the covering defender then applies pressure and the pressuring player then drops off into a covering position. Drill 2 worked on passing combinations. What is great about this drill is that you can work on all sorts of different combinations with the players, but for this session it was just basic combination play. As you can see, the starting player plays long into the layoff player, who then sets the runner who passes it into the net. The coaching points for this exercise were quality of pass. So we didn't want soft passes, we wanted all the passes to be fizzed into the players so their teammates had to work to try and control the ball and get a good set to the runner. And then again, from the runner, a good quality pass into the net. This ties in with the next coaching point, which was good quality layoffs. We didn't want poor layoffs that didn't reach the runner or didn't set the runner up for a good pass. We wanted to focus on getting positive layoffs so the runners can easily run onto the ball without breaking stride and pass the ball into the net. We also worked on the different ways players can set the runners. We worked on the layoffs being played with our front foot and also playing a layoff with the back foot by opening the body, letting the ball roll across the body and then play the pass with the back foot. Timing of runs is key in this drill. We don't want the runner to be too early for the layoff or too late. What we want is the runner to make their move when the first pass is about to be played. We wanted our players to anticipate the layoff and not react to it. Coaches can talk about this like in match situations. We want our players to try and read the game and anticipate what is going to happen and be 2 or 3 steps ahead of the opposition instead of just reacting to the event that happens on the pitch and being slow to make their move. So we wanted our runner to be on their toes and make the move as soon as the ball was about to be played. This then links with the final coaching point of intensity. We tried to push the players to play at a good game speed. What we explained was once the runner had made their move and played the pass into the net, we wanted them to sprint to the cone, check their shoulder, bounce out of the play zone and then back into the play zone and play the layoff. What helped the intensity was when the layoff player didn't bounce out and back in with intensity and just stood at the cone, that one of the coaches would just step in front of the player and stop the ball and not let the layoff happen. We explained that this would happen in a match when opposition players will just step in front of our players and stop the passes, take possession off us and then go off and attack. We wanted to train with good intensity and game intensity and wanted our players to practice checking out and in, creating that little bit of space and momentum to move on to the ball. We then finished with small-sided games. In these small-sided games we focused on the things that the players had practiced in the drills. We wanted the players to focus on their quality of pass, thinking about the weight and accuracy of the passes along with the different types of passes they can play, and for them to try and create some combinations in the games. We continue to focus on movement off the ball, creating supporting angles and runs for the teammate with the ball to try and create goal scoring opportunities. This ties in with the topic of timing of runs that was worked on in drill 2. Players making runs were not too early or too late, so they had to focus on being just perfect and anticipating the events and not always reacting to the events that happen on the pitch. For the defending team during the matches, we focused on the aspect of pressure and cover, which was worked on in drill 1. Pressure and cover becomes more detailed in small-sided games as there are more players and it's not just a 2v2, so pressure and cover starts in the attacking third and with the defending team's strikers. But we tried to simplify this by explaining that the closest player goes to the ball with a teammate in behind to give cover just in case that pressuring player is beaten by the player with the ball. What this also allows is that if that pressuring player wins the ball, they have a teammate close to give support and keep possession of the ball. Just like drill 2, we tried to force the players to play at a game speed with high intensity. The focus on pressure and cover helped lift the intensity as pressure was always there with the team that had the ball. We then restricted the players to only taking 2 touches, which again lifted the intensity and the speed of the game. The players then needed to know exactly where their next pass was and how they could help the teammates with the ball with supporting runs and supporting angles. So that is it for episode 2 of Coaching Weekly. Unfortunately, there was only one session that took place, but hopefully the weather will be good to us and we get 2 sessions next week. Hopefully you can use these drills and information with your players and teams. If you do, please let us know how you get on, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and also connect with us on Facebook. Thank you.